Welcome to Berkshire Outdoors. I'm Jay Baver, coming to you today from the dam at Woods Pond in Lenoxdale, Massachusetts. Today's show is the final of our three-part video series on the Housatonic River about the section of river likely to be most affected by the proposed rest of river cleanup. In our first show, we took a look at the incredible ice fishing opportunities for northern pike that Woods Pond offers. In our second show, we took a canoe ride from the Decker boat launch in North Lenox south into Woods Pond on perhaps the most picturesque section of the Housatonic River that's navigable. On today's show, we're going to look at the angling opportunities that exist from right here at the dam south into downtown Lee. To start things off, let's take a look at some vintage video footage shot 12 years ago of the first trout I ever saw landed from the Housatonic River.
The dam at Woods Pond provides plenty of well-oxygenated water and food to the large pool below. Perfect conditions for game fish. My friend Rod Dries was one of the first to tell me about the trout in the Housatonic, and one summer night 12 years ago, I witnessed my first Housatonic River brown trout rise to take Rod's dry fly.
It's a Housatonic River brown. Fishing with Rod Dries, about 17 inches.
A river that I was once told to stay away from was now top of my list for exploring with my fishing rod. And everywhere on the river that looked like it would hold trout usually did.
That's a big one, Jay. If I can get a good shot of him before we... Yeah, that's a nice one. Nice.
These fish got into the river system much in the same way as northern pike did. They were originally stocked in Anoda, Pontusic, and Laurel lakes, and they made their way to the river during floods and drawdowns and established a self-sustaining population. Notice the great amount of time and care that my friend Dimitri Consolati exhibits in safely landing and handling this fish so it can be released safely. One of the great things about fishing the Housatonic is that you almost always have success, but you can never be sure of what you're going to catch. Brown trout thrive in the Housatonic as well as our native smallmouth bass and a multitude of other species. This snapping turtle is also enjoying a smallmouth bass, but it doesn't appear like he's going to be practicing catch and release. During the months of May and June, you're likely to encounter throngs of spawning carp on the Housatonic. Their sheer numbers and their size makes for an exciting angling experience. The Housatonic also holds a thriving population of America's most popular game fish, the largemouth bass. My friend Dimitri Consolati of Lee has modified the check nymphing technique of fly fishing for the Housatonic and regularly catches multiple trout on his outings.
Got my little secret trail here. These are all check patterns right here. A few stonefly patterns. Check woven nymphs. And classic check nymphs. I'm going to go with our flashback PT.
The Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife started stocking the Housatonic with trout a few years ago, supplementing the native population, and they created designated artificial lure and catch and release sections on the river. This has created a destination fishery that is sought out by anglers region-wide.
There's a fish. There's a good one. Sweet, just like that. Nice stocky there. Get the fly out of them real quickly here. Okay, flies out just like that. You see the stocked fin there, the tank fin. That's what they get from being in the tanks. But after a while, it grows out. See how I did that? Then you always want to face a fish upstream because of how your barb is or how your hook is. It's barbless, so it slips out if you get the wrong angle on it. And this is where the 4X really helps out. So when you put it to the fish, like right there. We'll get him up in here. Get him on his way.
As the Housatonic River's industrial past fades into history, passive recreation like fly fishing may hold the key to a sustainable future.
Okay, here's not a bad fish here. Let's get on the other side here. Work him up. All right. Okay. This is where they come off. I'm Dimitri Consolati. I'm fishing downtown Lee, and you're watching Berkshire Outdoors.
The Housatonic River's natural beauty and wildlife are potentially threatened by an invasive cleanup of PCBs that's currently under review by the Environmental Protection Agency. Right now, this last week of January 2011 is the last chance to communicate with the EPA to let them know what you think should be done about the river. To learn how you can do that, click on the blog section at berkshireoutdoors.com. Thanks for watching today's show. And the next time I see you, I hope it's in our wild and beautiful Berkshire Outdoors.